I've left Mendoza city and I'm heading for the border between Argentina and Chile again. This time I'm going via a tunnel underneath the Andes, and about, I think it's 29 sort of S-bends. There is a far more dangerous route which is completely on gravel and earth, and it's got like 69 bends, so I'm not going to do that. But this one should be okay. It just depends on the crossing time. I've read that sometimes the tunnel and the delays at the border can take 5 hours, so hopefully it won't be like that. But what we are passing, excuse me, is the mighty Aconcagua. And that mountain my brother climbed some years ago with a group of his friends. They set off to climb it, and when I say climb it, they didn't actually reach the top because they were snowed in with fierce storms for 9 days in their tent, 3 of them in the tent. And he said they never left the tent unless they had to go to the toilet. I can't even imagine being crammed into a tent with 2 other people for 9 days, but there you go. He's a hardened rock climber used to these sorts of things. Anyway, so what was funny was he'd been to my house beforehand, and as always he'd, I say, borrowed a book. And I've got well used to my brother borrowing stuff and never seeing again. He used to nickel my soldiers as kids and take them and give them to his kids, and we'd never see them again. It was a standard joke really, if Niall came around, you know, lock up your soldiers. Anyway, so he took one of my Jack Reacher books. He might have asked permission, I can't remember. But he said when they're in the tent, there was nothing to do, so he said I started reading it, and his mate next to him said, "Oh, can I read it at the same time?" He said, "No, because I'm a fast reader, but I tell you what, every time I finish a page, I'll rip it out and give it to you." So that's what he did. Page after page, he passed to the next guy, and the order was the slowest reader at the end. So the third guy then got the next page, and then the next page, the next page, and finally all 3 had read the book. So I said to Niall, "Well, every page ripped out, I really don't want it back." And he said, "Don't worry, Nick, it was then put to further use outside the tent. Use your imagination." So anyway, as Jack Reacher would say, I said nothing. So it's going to be a climb all the way up. It's 30 degrees in the city of Mendoza already. 8 o'clock when I left. Here we are now at 24. It does say there's massive differences in temperatures, and already I'm feeling it. I put the bell staff on this morning and thought, oh, I'm really hot, but I'd read online the differences are huge, and they're right, already 6 degrees, even though it's later, and I'm glad I'm wearing it. So what I'll do is try and stop and take some pictures along the way. I probably won't film the inside of a tunnel because there won't be a lot to see, and when you get out the tunnel you've got all these amazing bends, so I'll put it back on then, and then it's back into a customs hall. So yeah, it should be quite a busy day for me. I'm really hoping it all goes smoothly. No massive delays anywhere. I'm not sure I can sit by the bike for 5 hours while they wait for a tunnel to be sorted. And the temptation would be then to take the dirt road, which, well, I don't know. Let's cross that bridge when we get to it. As always, when you drive round here, ride round here, you sort of, I see these houses and things dotted around thinking, what do these people do? Everybody waving, it's lovely on the bikes, isn't it? They sort of live in the middle of nowhere. I mean, staggeringly great views, fantastic. But I'm not sure, will they drive down to Mendoza every day? And what's it like in winter? Just snow, I guess. So, all good, everything's fine, I feel rested. I had 2 days of rest in Mendoza. I ate well, slept well. So today, back into Chile, one night just over the border, and then I hand the bike back on the day after, which will be the 8th of February. Right, I'll switch it off, turn it back on later. Cheers everyone.